Hey everybody, it's Evan Arcade from Tiki TV, and today we're going over the Tonga Hut Loyal Order of the Drooling Bastard plaques that I made for myself and a couple of other bastards. So here we go. This is just a couple of clips of basically reference art that the, I guess you could call them clients, gave me in order to decide on how we were going to design their plaques. After this, I decided to put my own references of like driftwood, because that was one of the parameters for one of the plaques. So I wanted to look to see, to get the right feel for what driftwood would look like. So I had to do my research like any good artist should, and looked it up on Google. And here you can see a quick clip or image of what that driftwood plaque base would look like. And this is for the other one that looked similar to the Trader Sam's round look. And here's them, both of them together. Still pretty much rough, but getting there closer to that. Here you get a closer look at what it was with the letters on there, all done in Super Sculpey, as you can see from the pink. Now this is my initial sketch for my controller plaque, and this is afterwards when I was sanding it down to shape it to make it look like a controller. And so this is, like I said, the finished product. As you can tell, there's a lot of there's a big difference from what we originally saw in the original sketches, reference photos. But at the same time, it's like when you commission someone, you could go two ways, right? You could ask them to do something exactly like that, and if you're good enough, you could probably pull that off. Or you can also put your own spin on it, right? Because you also don't want to be copying a specific style, that already exists. And you can kind of see that from the originals of what some of these were going for, and some of them are just kind of very basic. But I just wanted to go through what they look like in the end. This is nothing. This is actually the beginning of, I posted this a couple times before, of what was going to be my original plaque. This was going to go over the top of a light box of a marquee that was supposed to light up, but I couldn't get the LED lights to work really well to light up the words Hip Tiki underneath it brightly enough. So I scrapped that idea and decided, just, you know what, I'm just going to go something simple and make it just a solid piece. Even then, this is still a cool reminder of what I had, and I might eventually paint this as well and use it for something else. Maybe even just put it over my door. The Princess Buolani one obviously was kind of modeled after the Trader Sam's kind of, the camera, Trader Sam's, what do you call it? The sign, Enchanted Tiki Bar, whatever. Yeah, that place. But I wanted to tailor it a little bit more to the Tonga Hut itself. So all these carvings around here, these are all obviously hand carved, which is very hard to do on a small scale with tools, but I have my set of tools right here. All these little carving tools that I use. Oh! That's a good thing. This is a solid piece now. But yeah, so this is all carved pieces, and if you ever go to the Tonga Hut, you'll see that there's these doors that they have. The front and back door. The front, which is considered the back door, is the don't open door. Otherwise, it's a rookie move if you do. But it's carved, right? And you can notice there's a lot of these similar symbols on those doors. So I wanted to incorporate a little of that of the bar into this plaque, just because, first of all, I didn't want to copy the exact same border that the Enchanted Tiki Bar sign has, and also that would drive me nuts because it's pretty much like a leaf all around, going around. So I wanted to have something that I could carve something differently. As you can tell, the letters are actually really well done. That's because I had those 3D printed. Other stuff here are all hand carved, but this is specifically, I figured I wanted this to really pop out and to stand out just like that particular sign we were talking about. So I had to make sure that I could do the best way possible, and I wasn't going to be able to carve this no matter what. The clay is still too soft. I can't get the right cuts because once you start cutting into it, it still deforms the clay. So I made the conscious choice to just get this 3D printed, which ultimately made this process a little bit longer. I would have finished this plaque much sooner if I didn't have to track people down to do this for me. I used to have a 3D printer, but I could never get it to work, so I sold it. This nice little touch here, I think, is the little flower, which is still, it's kind of, it's really hard to sculpt a little flower like this small, but it's supposed to be the Hawaiian hibiscus plant over the eye, as it dotting the eye. I wanted to have another one here, but I also didn't want to just block too much. But yeah, and as you could tell, I also had to take into consideration when I was coloring this, because you might think, well, these are some wacky colors, but it's a very dark bar in there, and you want something that kind of stands out. So I kind of had like a base orange border with a bluish teal white with a lime green on the inside. This is not exact white, it's kind of like a bone white. And then I also painted the side of it, so you kind of get like a cool 3D look to it, the teal blue on there. And then the inside is all orange as well on the inside rim. Had a lot of fun doing this one. I think this one came out probably my favorite one so far, even outside of my own. This is the other one. I had a lot of fun, and I posted pictures of this one too. I really enjoyed sculpting this because, I mean, look at this. It looks like a real piece of wood. It's pretty awesome. Also, because I wanted to have something darker, but I wanted the letters to really pop out, and obviously you could tell like they're really huge. But I also wanted the wood to really stand out and have like that feeling of old wood. And I kind of left an opening here. I don't know, for some reason I saw a picture of a piece of wood that had just like a holder, like a knot that popped out. And I thought, that'd be cool to sculpt. And then I realized, why did I do that? Because it's not hanging. So I decided to tie this little piece of rope on there. Here I put like a little, it almost looks like it got hit with something. So if this was a piece of a boat, something got shot into it, whether it's like a pirate ship or something. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun with this one. The wood came out really good. The letters are really cool. Yeah, super fun. Howley Jeff. Then it comes to mine, of course. The final product is the controller. I think I can touch it now. I literally just finished this, but you can kind of see how the letters kind of turn blue a little bit. The letters and the buttons. I put an iridescent kind of mother of pearl type paint on it, so when people walk by, you kind of get that cool refraction. And I wanted to do something across between like I'm an 80s kid, so I wanted to do like a 80s retro neon-esque style design. And video games are a big part of my life. That's like my cornerstone, I guess. Gaming, video games, and in particular Nintendo, Star Wars, and comics, Marvel comics. Those are my cornerstones, my trifecta of what have led me to where I'm at now. My creative endeavors have all stemmed because I love those movies, and I said I wanted to make that stuff. So yeah, but I wanted to make a really cool controller faceplate, basically. That's kind of made out of driftwood, but also still painted to look like a controller. You got the start buttons there, kind of like the hip arcade system, HIP, you know, instead of the usual X, Y, A, B buttons, it's the HIP button. And I got here, you can't really see it because this was a very hard sculpt to do the D-pad, but it has like these little Tiki-ish triangles and a little swirl there that you can't really see. I also wanted to kind of give it bumper buttons here, but I didn't want it to protrude too much of the design because these have to follow specific dimensions. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video clip, because I have to cut it down just to make sure we all fit all the information within the 10-minute time limit, I believe. I think it's a time limit. I don't remember how long this is. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun doing these. I can't wait to put these up on the wall at the Tonga Hut. And if you're ever there, point them out. You might find it. Cheers and mahalo.